This sampling distribution is F distribution, and it is the distribution of the ratio of two independent chi-square random variables divided by their respective degrees of freedom. Or we may state it as that, let we have u as the chi-square variable with m degrees of freedom, and v is another chi-square variable with n degrees of freedom. Then ratio of the two chi-square variates along with its degrees of freedom m and n, the resulting variable will become x, and this x is actually the F distribution with m and n degrees of freedom. And the density function of this particular variable will be this one. And its interval is from 0 to infinity. Now for derivation of the statement, as we know that u is following the chi-square distribution and its density function is this one with interval v is greater than 0, and similarly v is also following the chi-square distribution, so it has its density like this with v is greater than 0 as its interval value. So since u and v are independent, so we can make its joint density as the product of these two densities, and when we write it we will get f of uv as this one. Now the main problem is that the theorem is saying that if u and v following the chi-square distribution, then the ratio of these two variates with the along with the division of the degrees of freedom, so then that variable will follow the F distribution. Now we will prove it that either this particular variable is following the F distribution or not. For that we will follow the transformation rule over here by using this variable as x is equals to u over m whole over v over n, and let's suppose we take over here another variable, say y, which is assuming that y is equals to v. By using transformation rule, we will take x is equals to u over m v over n, and let we suppose y is equals to v, or we can say that v is equals to y. Now by putting this value of v over here in x, we will get x is equals to u over m over y over n. Now for solving it for u, we will get this one. Now in the rule of transformation, as we need the value of Jacobian, and Jacobian may be solved by using this determinant, and the final our answer will become m over n into y. Now by using the rule of transformation, we have joint density of xy in form of this, meaning we have replaced u with its value and v with its value over here, and also multiplied it with the value of Jacobian. On simplifying, finally we will get the density as in this form, and then we talk about its limit. So as u lies between 0 to infinity and u is m over n xy, so then its limit will become 0 to infinity, and we know that y is equals to v, which lies between 0 to infinity, so y's limit will be 0 to infinity, indicating that x is also having the limits as 0 to infinity. So with this particular joint density function of x and y, we have the limit of x as x is greater than 0 or 0 to infinity, and y is greater than 0. Now actually our purpose is over here that we need to find the density of x only, while here by using this transformation procedure we are getting over here the joint density only. If we are getting joint density only, so for this particular density, what we need to do, we need to find we need to take over here the marginal density of x. Now for finding the marginal density, we will integrate it over the interval of y, and we will take the common the x values and other values which are not related with y, and we will left with this. On simplifying this interval, we will get this particular information. When we are solving the interval, we will get this figure, and then more simplifying it, we get the final density function over here, which is, as you have seen earlier, that is actually the f distribution. So it has shown over here that if u and v are two chi-square variates, so then their ratio with their degrees of freedom will follow the f distribution with m and n degrees of freedom.